Hi everyone. Today we're talking about writing linear equations. This is notes 10a. If you're looking for something else, you should go elsewhere. So the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So this is always the one that you've been taught here at Hybrid High. We've learned a lot of other forms, but y equals mx plus b is our most common. So here, for all day, we're going to be given some information and we're going to need to write the equation. So in number 1, they show us a line. So I'm going to pick a couple points because I know that I need to know what m is and I need to know what b is. So for my slope, for m, I have a point here and a point here. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3. So I went down 2, over 3. So negative 2 over 3 is going to be my slope. And then for my b, that's my beginning or my y-intercept. Right, and that's going to be right here. So I go on the y-axis, and I see that the line crosses right here at 0, 2. So my b is 2. From there, I just need to put it into this form. So x and y could be any point on this graph, right? Any of those points could be there, so they're going to stay the variables. And then m needs to be 2/3 x plus 2. Right, so that's how we do that first one. Go ahead and try the second one on your own. You're trying to find m, you're trying to find b, and then you're going to have y equals something, x plus or minus something else. Go ahead and try that one. For those of you who want to know what the answer is, it's 2/3 x minus 2. Make sure that you show that on your graph somehow. So for number 3, I know that my slope is 4/3. So I know my m is 4/3. I also need to know my b. And they tell me this piece of information, which is that it goes through the point, the line goes through the point 0, 4. So I know that it's going to be at this point here. I can see on my graph that this is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be right there, so I know that b is 4. Right, so I can plug in y equals 4/3 x plus 4. If I didn't know or didn't have a graph or didn't want to graph it, I could also do it in another way, which is to say, okay, I know y equals 4/3 x and I don't know what b is. But I do know that I have these points. I have x and y. So I can plug in 4 for x, and 4 for y and 0 for x. And then I still have my 4/3 and my plus b. And then I'm going to solve for b. So I have 4/3 times 0. That would be 0 plus b. I don't really need to write the 0 plus b anymore. So I can just write b equals 4. I don't need to write it because 0 doesn't change my b at all. So I have b equals 4. So I know b equals 4 just like I knew from here, and then it can plug into my equation there. So I'm going to graph it. I know I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. I want to erase these points. If you've made them, make sure you erase them too, because they're not a part of my line. And then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, backwards 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, backwards 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, backwards 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to draw a straight line through there. And I've got a line. Make sure that you put your arrows on both sides to show that it goes both directions. So I know that this is my equation. This is my graph. Cool. We're going to try a couple different things when they give you different types of information, but that's the general trend. So we'll try these ones here. So here it says it passes through 2 points. So we know that it goes 2 on my x and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a point here. That's my first point here. And then negative 4, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know my line's going to go through there. I'm going to go ahead and solve this by finding my slope. So I'm going to find my slope. I know that it's y2 minus y1. over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to label x1, y1, x2, y2. So in this case I have 0 minus negative 6 over negative 4 minus 2. So 0 minus negative 6 would be 0 plus 6. That's going to give me positive 6 on top. And negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 on bottom means that my slope is negative 1. So I'm going down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So I can try that on my graph. Down 1 over 1. Oops. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Right. So I know this goes up like this and down this way. Just like that. So I have my graph. I know that I need a b. I can see on my graph that the b is negative 4. Is that negative 4? So I know b is negative 4. Now I can write my equation as y equals negative 1, x minus 4, or I can just write y equals negative x minus 4 because I don't need that 1 there. So I have this as my equation, and this is my line here. If I didn't know how to graph it, if I didn't have a graph, again, I could have, I know y equals negative 1x, and I don't know my b, right? So then I'm going to plug in one of these points. I'm going to use this point here. So I have negative 6 as my y, negative 1 times 2 as my x, plus b. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, plus b equals negative 6. I'm going to add 2 on both sides. It's going to give me negative 4 equals b, which is the same as what I see here. That's just in case you don't have a graph. Cool. All right, and then finally we have this one. It says passes through 4 comma negative 4 comma 4. So this point here, and it has a slope of negative 2/3. So I'm going down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, backwards like that. This is a point where I see that my y-intercept is not a whole number, so I'm going to use my slope formula. So I know y equals negative 2/3, that's my slope. This information is going right here, x plus b. I don't know what b is, so I'm going to use my y and my x to figure that out. So my y is 4 equals negative 2/3 times negative 4 plus b. So in this case, I'm going to write my 4 equals. I'm going to combine these two. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8 over 3. Remember, this is 4 over 1, so 3 times 1 and 2 times 4 plus b. And here I'm going to subtract 8/3 from both sides. In my yellow calculators, I'm going to type in 4 minus parentheses 8 over 3 parentheses equals b. And I'm going to find out what that number is. It is 1 2/3, I believe. So it's 4 minus 2.6666 forever. So your answer is going to be 1.333 forever. The other way you could do this is it could be 4/3 like that. That would be b. So in my equation then, I'm going to write y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4/3. Thanks, guys.